Hey, Shalom, our kings of Rakam, Kapashim, Jim, Islam, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, V'chak, V'dash. I want to give double honors to the elders, the apostles of JMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, pushing his truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. I was just having a little conversation with the brother Karabai, man. He just recently did a video going into, a clip from a game that basically Esau just spills all the beans, man. Right? He lets it be known in his different medias and that his desires, his dreams, his wishes, in terms of what his NWO, what he wants to accomplish, because you got a question like, why are these things in these games and in these movies and in these books and things like that? Because he likes to brag, he really he feels good about himself. He thinks he's so great, right? He thinks he's so slick, all right, that he can just throw shit in your face essentially and get away with it. Okay, that's how sticky he thinks he is, because if you want to talk about it, because them things that he puts in the media, they're what he will deem or classify them as fantasy, sci-fi, not real, science fiction, right? So if you want to talk about that stuff in the real world now you're crazy. You're just you're loony, you're paranoid, you're this and you're that, right? And considering the world we're living in, everything that's going on right now has been written in these books and in these games, in these movies. It's all coming to pass because that is a vision of Esau and his future, the future that he wants to accomplish, right? So it's not crazy, but Esau, he plays it like none of that's really going on, but he can't help himself. He's so proud. I was saying to the brother, the pride is oozing out. It's like I said to the brother, it's like in these James Bond movies, right? For those of you who watch James Bond or has watched James Bond or whatever, I was like, every time the guy gets caught and my man's on the deathbed and I'm gonna get lasered up or something, man, the villain then unleashes his whole entire plan to him, thinking that this guy's gonna die anyway. I thought it doesn't matter if he knows my plan, he's gonna die. But then James Bond doesn't die, and then he's just told the whole plan to James Bond, and now James Bond can stop him. It's that ludicrous. It's actually that funny because I say Esau's putting out his plans out there, thinking that no one's gonna stop him, thinking that he can't be stopped. He thinks the game's already won. Okay, but he's gonna be very, very sore displeased. Okay, when Yahweh Shai cracks them clouds, man, and puts an end to this madness. All right, so I'm just gonna do this quick video because I've got to go to work soon, and I'm gonna start here in Psalm chapter 10. Salakia, and verse. Let's just start from the top. All right, verse 1. It says, "Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor." Okay, and Esau, he's in power. That's exactly what he's doing because he's got power, because he's an authority. He's out there persecuting everybody, man. He's out there, making life difficult for everybody, bringing hell upon everyone, right? It says, "Let them be taken in the devices, the plans, their actions, right, that they have imagined." All the things that come into their mind and come into their hearts, right? This is what they're enacting on the earth, trying to accomplish at the expense of everybody else. All right. Verse 3, "For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire." All right. And this is what you see in these movies and these games, things that, like, how did they get in there? How did this person, where did this person get this information from? So like certain these people, they're juiced in, when they write these scripts and stuff like that, they're kind of juiced into a certain degree. They know certain things because Esau leaks, he leaks certain things out there too. All right, and they put him in this thing because that game the brother was going into, man. I think he said it was from 2005. Okay, we're in 2020 now. The whole thing started in 2019, right? And yet, what it was speaking about is this very situation we're dealing with right now. From how long ago was that? 14 years ago that game come out, and there's things that even predate that, obviously, things that have been spoken about even before that, right? So why is it that that's the reality we live in now? These are supposed to be just games. These are supposed to be just science fiction. Okay, why is it that that's what we're living in right now? Because everything that has been put in these science fiction things is what Esau wants to do, and is doing. All right, so all those dystopian type movies, man, that is what this world is living in right now. Okay, Esau's imagination, man, his sci-fi reality. That's what he's doing. All right, and like I said, he's proud of it. He's proud of what he's accomplishing. He thinks he's gonna get his birthright back. He thinks he's gonna rule forever. He thinks he's gonna have all these zombies take his mark, and that he can never come out of power again. That's what he believes. He believes if Yahushua comes, he can deal with him. That's what he believes, man. That's why he has faith in all this technology. Okay, this is what's in his mind. This is, he's manifesting what he wants, man. On the left-hand side, he's manifesting it. Most High is allowing him to manifest it, just so he can be destroyed, right? Because what did it say here? It says, verse 2 says, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Okay, Esau's going to get destroyed by everything that he's been doing. Okay, that's the ironic thing about it. That's the funny thing about it. Everything that he's doing, man, is really going to get himself destroyed. It ain't going to give him no everlasting power or nothing like that. His time is short. Right? It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them, right? He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be an adversity. All right, so this guy, he thinks he's got a game set and match. He thinks he thinks he's going to get away with it all, man. He thinks he can belittle the people, have all this stuff in front of their face and think like these people can't do shit about it anyway. Whether they believe it or not, it doesn't matter. They can't do nothing. I'm going to accomplish what I set out to do. That's what his mind is like. It's Psalms 64. I'm gonna start from verse 2. Right, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, because these elites, man, they do these things in secret. Right, you don't know what the agenda is. They know what the agenda is. Okay, all you know is that it's getting implemented, and you're just on the receiving end of it. You're there having to comply with it. That's all you know. You don't know that there's a plan behind the scenes to get everybody, with the MOTB. Right, you don't understand all that. Okay, that's too much for you, man. That's too science fiction for you, man. But guess what? All those science fiction things, like I said, are here. They're here, right? They're here, right? And Esau has plans on using them, and using that technology, man. Right? Best believe that. Right? It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly they do shoot at him and fear not. Right? The Lord's children, the perfect. Okay, the children of Israel, the elect. Esau don't fear coming up against us, man. Okay, and doing this against us, man. He has no fear. Right? But he's gonna learn fear. All right? The Most High is gonna come against him. So they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Okay, because they know you people are dumb as hell, man. You're simple. They know this. Okay, they studied you. They they did all that psychology stuff. They know how you react. Right? They know about the human psyche. They know about this, man. So they use it to their advantage. Right? So they feel pretty confident right now that these people are just simple sheep. The majority of them are going to do what we tell them to do. They're going to be a little section where they're going to resist, but it's all right. We got the artillery. We got the we got ways of dealing with that. Okay, they're not worried. They're not really worried, man. Okay, they're waiting for this day, man. They want to put a lot of people down in the dirt. All right, so Esau's not afraid of blood. All right, but he knows the majority of you are gonna bow down. All right, and you won't pick up all the signs that are there constantly. Okay, what he's doing. You won't pick it up. He knows this. All right. So they search our iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right. So like I said, all this stuff that they leak in these movies, and they pass it off as science fiction or whatever. It's just a way of Esau, being able to brag and boast with it going under the radar, that you don't clock it. Or you think, oh, that's just imaginary. You know what I mean? It's not real. It's not serious. But no, but he's deadly serious, man. Esau is deadly serious about what he's doing, and he just wants he likes to blow smoke up his own ass, man. He likes to feel like the great I am. So he likes to put it in your face. It's like, oh, maybe you should think about some of these animes, right? Man says, I'm gonna do this to you, and thinking like, you can't stop me even if you wanted me to. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't stop me. So I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna do it. That's how good I am. You don't even have to stop me. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna do, and you ain't gonna have to do shit about it. Okay, I'm gonna throw this, double jab, right hook, uppercut combo. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I'm gonna do it, and even though you ain't gonna be able to stop me. It's Esau bragging and boasting, man. He's full of pride, This is what he loves to do, man. Second Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, we know the plan. Okay, the scripture outlines everything that this man is about to do, why he's doing it. Okay, we understand that. All right, and ultimately that he's gonna fail. Right, like I said, he thinks he's getting set a match, but like I said, he's gonna be upset when Yahweh Shai come through. And bro was saying to me, basically it's a beautiful thing that we get to see, and watch Esau get smashed, smashed to bits, because we know this is where it's heading. Esau's gonna lose in a bad way, right? He's gonna get smashed to bits. All right, when Yahweh Shai comes through, man, that is it. It's game over. Okay, it's absolutely game over for Esau and all the nations. All right. This is Job chapter 20 verse. Oh, actually, before I get that, I want to get this. Where are you? Because the brother said that, and I quoted the scripture here. Sirach 25 verse 7 said, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and a 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that is a beautiful thing, man. Okay, this battle that's going on between the light and the dark, the righteous and the wicked, right? It's a beautiful thing to have a battle end, and you're the victor, and we know we're already victors, man, because Yahweh Shai has already gotten the victory. Okay, we know if we stay with Yahweh Shai, man, there's no way we could lose, So to watch our enemy fall before us, man, is a beautiful thing. Okay, a very satisfying thing. All right, and we can't wait until it's fully manifested. Okay, watching this whole place fall apart, collapse into nothingness. This is Joel chapter 20 verse 22. This is, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Okay, he gonna be in a bad way, right? Just as he feels that he's about to accomplish what he set himself out to do. And like I say, Yahweh Shai is gonna come and interrupt everything, man. Okay, and they ain't doing nothing. They ain't fighting the Lord, man. I know Esau got them dreams of grandeur where he can take on Yahweh Shai and the angels, but that's just not what's gonna happen, man. He's gonna lose in a most definitive way. Okay, his dreams, his ambitions, they're all gonna come to naught at that very moment in time. Right? It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, okay, at his precipice, at his peak, right, about, when he's about to achieve his NWO, got the people marked, He thinks he's as good as done, right? So he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Okay? So when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, when you're, in a vulnerable situation. You're out there filling your belly, drinking and eating and all that kind of stuff, man. You're full. You got the itis and you can't do shit. You've been in revelry. You're good right now. You're not prepared to fight, defend yourself and all that kind of stuff, man. You're too full, man, too drunk and all that. Right? That's when the Most High gonna come and get you. Just when you're celebrating essentially that you've done your task. That's when it's gonna be ripped apart. All right. I mean, you could read the rest of that. I'm not gonna remember. Yeah, basically, you're gonna be destroyed, man. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. That, watching all these prophecies come to pass, and Esau go down the way he's going. Because he's going down, but he thinks he's winning. He thinks he's up on the scorecards. He thinks he's winning. This is Job chapter 5 verse 12. Says he disappointeth the devices of the crafty. Right? So the Most High is going to upset Esau's plans. Right? So he disappointeth the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Right? And like I said, Esau thinks his game set and match. Right? Because even on the dollar bill, you got the pyramid, right? And on the back of it, it says Annuit Correctus, which is, basically translates they crown the enterprise with success, right? They think they've got it, right? Crown their enterprise with success, man. They think they've already got it done, right? But the Most High said he got to disappoint the device of the crafty, so that they cannot perform their enterprise. The Most High is going to put a stop to all of it, right? He says, verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Because like I said, Esau thinks he's slick. But the Most High is slicker, man. Alright? And the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Alright? They meet with darkness in the daytime. Yeah, sounds like Esau. And grope in the noonday as in the night. Alright? So, yeah, man. That's what's going to ultimately happen to him. Even though, he's getting some way with his agenda. Everything that he's put in these movies and his games and whatever, he's been able to achieve pretty much, right? But only to a certain point, only to the point where the Most High allows him to, because he's got a time limit, man. Okay, and he's meant to succeed to a certain point and then be destroyed. All right, but he's not pulling the wool over our eyes, man. Okay, we know exactly who this devil is, what he is, what he's planning to do. Right, these are not these things that we catch, that we see, are not coincidences, man. Okay, we've known it for a long time. Right, all these prophecies are being manifested. Okay, and if you can't see that, then you truly are in the dark, man. Okay, and you're just one of those simple sheep for Esau. Right, but I'm gonna end it with this. Right, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12. Verse 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Right? So he's going to tell you that, oh no, this technology that we've been developing, that it's not for this reason, it's not for that. This is for the good of mankind. We're here to save people with this technology. This is why it's so important that we put money into doing this and doing that and all these promises. Right? But ultimately it's a trap. Ultimately he's producing this technology to destroy the people, to control the people. Right? That's why it says but in his heart, in his mind, what he really thinks, not what he's saying to you, but what he really thinks is what he puts in these movies. What he really wants is what he puts in these games. That's That's his heart's desire. Like I read at the beginning. That's what he's showing you, man. But he can't come out and just say that. He can't say that to you. You're going to have your guard up, man. And you don't want your guard up. Okay, but he'll, like I said, he'll let it be in sci-fi because you can just kind of offers, fantasy. You can just say, well, that's in a movie. That's not real life. But no, Esau's bringing it into real life, man. So he said, imagine if I had to throw thee into a pit. That's what he's really thinking. That's what he's really doing. Showing you that pit that you're going to be in, It says, he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. All right, so if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Okay, and this is why you're seeing right now Esau becoming more and more draconian. Because his true nature is starting to show. Because he's getting closer and closer to what he perceives as his victory. So he's getting more brazen, more bold. Okay, that pride is increasing. All right, but pride cometh before a fall, man. And that's exactly what Esau's going to experience, man. That the highest of falls. Because he's been exalted to the heavens, man. He's going to come crashing down to earth. I beheld Satan fall as lightning. Okay, the fall of Esau is going to be great. Okay, and it's going to be a pleasure watching every second of it. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. I hope this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till then, I say shalom.